Hi there! So today we're going to do a really cool trick with your Easter eggs. We're going to fill your chocolate Easter eggs with extra sweets. And whoever receives it is going to be really surprised. And it's going to be great fun for kids. I'm doing this one with Maltesers. But you can use any sweets that you would like. Most of the Easter eggs on the market these days are rather mean with what you get inside. Let's have a look at this one. Just one hollow chocolate egg and 2 small chocolate bars. That seems rather unfair, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do with this one is get an extra bag of Maltesers. I'm going to put them inside that egg. So let's open the egg up. Look, a nice hollow chocolate egg. Both halves are stuck together, so it will be good to put those chocolates inside. So now we are going to create an entrance at the bottom of the Easter egg so we can put the chocolates inside. Most Easter eggs have this pattern of lines, and we will follow those lines to create that entrance. You can use a kitchen knife or a craft knife. I've chosen to use a craft knife because I find it easier to cut out some of the corners. But always be very, very careful because the chocolate is actually quite thick. So be extra careful of your fingers. We've now created a nice, neat entrance. We'll put that piece of chocolate to the side. We will now get a glass which we will use as a stand to put the chocolate egg into while we pour the Maltesers inside the egg. Now create a funnel in the corner of the packet so the sweets can easily fall into the egg. It can be a bit tricky at times, so just slow down. I had many mishaps with the Maltesers going everywhere. Fill the egg with sweets right to the top. Just make sure there's enough space to put that extra piece of chocolate back on the egg. Now it's time to put that missing piece of chocolate back. I'm using a lighter to melt the edges of the piece of chocolate, so then I can put that piece of chocolate inside the egg and it will hopefully melt and stick to the inside edges of the egg. Be very careful not to burn your fingers like I did. Also, don't heat the chocolate up too long, otherwise the piece of chocolate will get too small and not fit in the actual gap. Don't worry if that does happen, just have some spare chocolate at hand so you can cut it up and melt it and fill it into the gaps. Have a glass of water to hand and spread it over those chocolate areas that are drying. This will retain the shininess of the rest of the egg and will look nicer at the end. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect, you'll never get it like it looking new, just make sure it's got a strong bond. Wow, look how strong it is once it's dried. And it's not instantly noticeable being at the bottom and out of the way. Once it's got its foil back on and being tucked into, no one will care, or possibly even know. All we need to do now is pack it back up into its packaging. So starting off with the foil, and now put it back into its box with its 2 chocolate bars, and then back into its main box. And finally, all we need to do now is to stick the 2 flaps together. You can either glue it, I'm using a piece of sellotape, or you could use magic tape, which would create more of an invisible seal. Wow, that's it, all done. Ready to give to your friend, relative, loved one, children, all waiting to be surprised, and they will be surprised to see what's inside. I'm just cutting this one open with a knife because the chocolate is actually quite thick, but you could use a spoon and make it more sort of authentic. It'll be amazing to see the smile on those people's faces when you open that egg, and especially for kids, they will love it. I've used Maltesers, but you can use absolutely any sweets that you would like. You don't have to stop at sweets. You can put any sort of surprise in there, as long as you're able to make the entrance in the first place and seal it back up. You can put whatever your imagination desires. Well anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Do take care, and I'll see you on the next one.